Hey, so I woke up and I'm going to continue doing readings because I just have to. So Lay It Down Slow by Spiritualized, Polaris by Damon Albarn, and what was the other one? What was the first one? In My Place by Coldplay. Pisces, it's your turn for your November general read. Please check out the description box below for everything you need to know, including where you can donate to the channel and how to reach me for a personal reading. I will never reach out to you individually to ask for donations or to solicit personal readings. People that do that are scammers. Now also, I am clairaudient, clairsentient, claircognizant, and therefore when I hear ringing on the right hand side, those are messages that I'm receiving from my spirit guides. When I hear it on the left hand side, those are messages, when I hear it on my left hand side, those are messages from my spirit guides. When I hear it on my right hand side, those are messages from people that I know that have passed on. Again, I might have already said it, but please check out your rising moon and Venus sign for additional messages. And I think that's about all I had to say. We are going to do, because it is Samhain soon, we're going to do a Wheel of the Year reading for this round. Again, it is your November general read, but we're going to do a Wheel of the Year reading, which means we're going to look at everything from November 2023 all the way through to October 2024. We are going to clarify. We're going to pull some numbers for the year, magnetic poetry, and we're going to start with an oracle card from the Shaman Dreams Oracle. So let's take a look-see for you today. How long must you wait for it? Again, check out your rising moon and Venus sign for additional messages. Okay, let's give her a knock. Oracle message for you. Root girl, the disowned self. So there is a need to connect with your roots, to get down deep, to ground, to center. You have disconnected from yourself in some way. And it's time to get down into the earth, to connect with your root chakra, to connect with the self, to ground, to center, to get back to basics, to connect back with who you really are. I'm hearing over here, John Lennon, now that you know who you are, who do you want to be? Okay, so that's something that you need to kind of listen to, think about, figure out. Now that you know who you are, who do you want to be? And it seems indicative on this card that you may not necessarily know exactly who you are. You're going through a period of feeling lost. Again, the need to connect with the self here is inherent. We have 46 breaking down to a 10, which also breaks down to a 1. So you have endings and beginnings here that have to do with the self. And so it's a time to either reinvent yourself, or you're going through a period of realization about where you do have to let things go. We just went through that with the eclipse, here. So that's going to be a thing. Don't mind my hair. Again, I did fall asleep on the couch for like 3 hours, and then I went to bed for 3 hours. So I got some coffee laden with, you know, like half a cup of International Delight here. So. But to be fair, I'm not using sweetener. So let's see for you, Pisces. We're going to use a Botticelli tarot for you. We've pre-shuffled all of our cards, but we will continue to do so throughout here. We're going to look first at the center of the read, which will be yourself and your ongoing theme for the year. And then we'll look at your challenge, and then we'll do the wheel of the year. Then we'll clarify with the sun and moon tarot. Okay, so let's see for you, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is your center of the read for the year? That's too many. Who are you during the year here? Who are you for the year? Who are you? I'm kind of like seeing the caterpillar. You know that caterpillar? Through Looking Glass, I'm seeing that. Sorry, let me just get this kind of figured out a little. Okay, all right. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? All right. Okay, we got 2. Interesting. I never got 2 for anybody else. We have the Knave of Swords, who's the Page of Swords, and then we also have the Knave of Pentacles in the reverse. There's some talking that's happening and talking that isn't happening. So during this year, you have some energy of not talking from a grounded space, not coming across as grounded in your communications. but coming across with that silver tongue, sharp communication. Page of Swords. The knaves are pages in this deck. So we have a Page of Pentacles and we have a Page of Swords. There is a lot of looking outwards for the purposes of learning, studying others, but also communication with a silver tongue. Somebody who cuts with their words, somebody who impulsively communicates. And communication here is a thing for you because we have two pages, and pages always speak. Pages are messengers in the tarot, all right? So that's something that you are being warned about during this time, but also during the year. Communication is key for you. Normally, I would see the Page of Pentacles as a timepiece, a peace offering. You see, if we look at him in the upright, he's offering a pentacle out to somebody. So there's something about contracts here that may not be happening, or offers that somebody wants to communicate that aren't necessarily happening during the year. And it might be that your impulsive communication, that quick silver-tongued energy, might actually be something that, stunts your growth as far as communicating out your offers, the things you want to say to people, those peace offerings. But also, again, Page of Swords energy, a lot of times in the tarot, we'll talk about this and we'll say that it's soccer energy. This is studying also. Somebody who is taking that sword, they're being intellectual. They're also looking at people for the purposes of learning. They're studying things. So even though this guy can be impulsive in his communications, at the same time, he also hangs around and watches others in order to learn how to communicate with them sometimes. So because this can be a harbinger of, wait a second, don't talk so quickly, hold off on impulsive communication and hang back and watch people and see how to best communicate with them. So, so that you don't end up unable to communicate your offers effectively. This is your energy during the year. What is your obstacle? Let's see what your obstacle is, Pisces, for this year. What is your challenge for this year? Let's see. What do we have for you, Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. That's too many. I won't take that many. I'll take 3, but I won't take that many. Let's see. This is really bugging me. It's bugging me. Let's see if we can make it a little nicer here. That bed hair. That bed hair, though. That bed hair. I know there are some Pisces people out there who might have the same problem, right, girls? Right? Oh, gosh. Okay, let's see. Obstacle for the year. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I would show you the board, but my boards, if anybody's watched me before, they know they get to be a little hectic. Okay, so we have for you the 8 of Swords in the upright with the Emperor in the reverse. You're in some sort of a mental prison during this year coming up here. And of course, just as a reminder, we're doing a Wheel of the Year because it is Samhain in 2 days. And we want to make sure that we look at the Pagan New Year and honor the coming year and the ending of the old. Looking here, though, what we have is your challenge is that there is some ruling by force. The Emperor in the reverse is ruling by force rather than with a steady hand. He's also somebody who is a fearmonger, rules with fear. Somebody who uses their power, abuses their power, and is a warring faction. You are stuck in a mental prison of sorts, and because you're stuck in a mental prison of sorts with that 8 of Swords energy, that is why you may be ruling with force, bossing people around without actually presiding over your kingdom in a fair and just manner. Aries energy on this one. And if you see, this guy has every ability, his feet are not bound, he has every ability to walk out of this prison of sorts, but he's stuck there by his own mental capacities and limitations. All right, his limitations mentally are keeping him in the stuck feeling, whereas he has every ability to escape. So it's your mental energy that's keeping you there, and because of that mental energy, that anguish of sorts that you're dealing with, that's why you're living into that Emperor energy in the reverse, very tyrannical energy. There's also a sense here when we have the Emperor in the reverse of a father figure that may have stunted your growth or put you into a place of feeling that you're not able to do things, living in fear of your abilities, especially with that 8 of Swords there. Yeah. Anyway, let's get started for you. We're going to go ahead and we're going to Shuffle once more, just because we can, and then we'll look at your year. Let's twist it for fairness, as we do on this channel to honor Libra. And we'll give her a knock. So we're going to cut the deck. Oh, we screwed up here somehow. We got something. We got a couple of things here. Important for you. Let me just make sure that I don't have others. I have some flippers that I didn't see here. That's interesting. This hasn't happened for anybody else. We got 3 cards here that are flipped, and I don't know how, but they're flipped. I'm going to put them back into the deck, and I'm going to do this again. But of concern for you, we have the 9 of Wands in the upright, the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Lovers in the reverse. Lovers in the reverse, there's a choice that you're making in love this year, or a choice that you wish to make in love. It's something that without a doubt you know to be true. Your lack of feeling independent, or somebody else's lack of feeling independent, is blocking this choice. It's a struggle. Somebody is feeling on guard and defensive, and unable to act accordingly because of their inability to feel a sense of independence. And that's actually an obstacle here to this choice of the Lovers actually coming through. That's something that you need to know. We're going to put them back in the deck. We're going to shuffle once more. That's interesting that that happened. That doesn't usually happen. All right, let's see here. One more time. Okay, twist for fairness. And then let's see what your year is here. How long must you wait for it? Tired and underprepared. But I wait for you. Okay, all right, let's see. You're waiting for somebody, Pisces. We take the middle. You're waiting on somebody. Okay, let's look. Okay, November. November, we have the 5 of Swords, a feeling of self-deception. December, the Hermit, Virgo energy. January, 7 of Swords, treachery, deceit. February, the 4 of Pentacles, saving up, watching your resources. March, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, Capricorn energy. April, King of Pentacles in the reverse, and lack of stability, Taurus energy. May, 10 of Swords, grief, abandonment, loss. June, the Empress, Taurus, Libra energy, creativity, earth connectedness. July, the Ace of Swords in the reverse, a lack of truth, fairness, balance, and equilibrium, Libra energy. August, the Chariot, movement, forward, travel, progress, Cancerian energy. September, the Hanged Man, Pisces energy, gaining perspective, choosing to take a look at things from a different perspective, pause and stand still. And October, the 7 of Wands, defensiveness, self-protection. Okay, let's take a look here. How are you? Overall energy is the movement forward, or sorry, rather 4 of Cups. I thought that was a 4 of Wands for a second. A lack of interest, boredom in an emotional situation, not recognizing the cup from the divine because you're already bored and disinterested of the cups that are before you in an emotional sense. Let's go ahead and let's clarify. We have the Sun and Moon Tarot for you here. We're going to go and we're going to move through each of these cards and we're going to gain some perspective on each of them for you. Kind of see what we can. Again, these have been pre-shuffled, but I'll do so on camera as well, you know, just so that you have what you have. I'm rather efficient this morning, so I want to get as much done as I can. I have a roommate moving in. So I have to get things done because then the action is going to happen here. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's twist them for fairness as we do. For you. How long must you wait for it? Somebody's waiting for something, but it's something they've been waiting for a long time. How long must you wait for it? Please, please come back to me. Okay, so let's look at November. Five of Swords. Well, what are you deceiving yourself about here? Five of Swords. Just want to let you know really quickly. I'm going to go through each of these cards and tell you about the card, the overall energy, and then we'll go ahead and we'll clarify. Five of Swords is self-deception. Somebody who's not being honest with themselves about their feelings or about a situation that's going on in their life. Let's see what in November here, what this is for you. What is this Five of Swords? What are you deceiving yourself about, Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'll only take clippers and jumpers during this. Maximum of 3. So we have 1. 10 of Swords in the reverse. What else? It's about something that you're healing. You're coming out of grief, loss, abandonment, sickness, an illness of sorts. You're healing that. That's what that self-deception is about. You don't believe that you're healing. This is you, the High Priestess. There's secrets coming out. You haven't been following your intuition. You know that there's something that needs healing or that you have been healing. You've turned a blind eye to it. You haven't been following your intuition on it. And there's things bubbling to the surface that you've been keeping tight to you, that you've held close to you. The secrets that are coming out. Secrets that you need to reveal. More. Tell me more. Oh, that's way too many. That's card vomit right there. You cannot move forward because 2 of Cups. I just saw that. Yeah, you cannot move forward. You cannot move forward until you reveal these secrets. Okay. That's what we have here for November. I'll take a look at these. Okay, so like I said, 6 of Swords, 10 of Swords, a High Priestess. So you have something that you're attempting to heal during November. You know that you need to heal this, or you've been experiencing grief, abandonment, loss, disappointment of some sort that you're attempting to heal. You have had endings that you are trying to get over, that you are trying to overcome at this time, and you know that there are secrets that are bubbling to the surface. You haven't been following your intuition on this. Okay, this is your card, deep connectedness with the divine, deep connectedness with even occult, the darker hidden mysteries of life, and you've been trying to come out of the energy of the 10 to quell anxieties and worries. Remember, when we have a card in the reverse, we're moving back to the former card. So you're trying to overcome the 9. You're trying to overcome the 10, but you're not following your intuition. That's the self-deception. That you have all of the hidden mysteries within yourself. Remember, it's like we said here with this guy. You're not connecting with yourself. You're not connecting with your roots. You're not grounding and centering and following the energy of the deeper hidden mysteries, the secrets that you really hold close and tight to you. You're deceiving yourself. And there's no movement forward because of those secrets. Because there's something that you're holding in yourself that you need to get out into the surface. It is coming out. You cannot keep it to yourself any longer. You're deceiving yourself if you do. And there will be no movement forward. No moving away from the burning island onto the next greener pasture, as we would see with the 6 of Swords. You cannot move forward. You cannot heal this without your secrets coming out, without following your intuition, without connecting with yourself. You're deceiving yourself if you think that you can. And that is your November. Let's look at December for you. In December, we have the Hermit. Again, this is all coming back to the self, Virgo energy here. The Hermit is going into the cave of self-discovery. Normally, we see this guy with a lantern going into a cave, and he's going into that cave so that he can connect with himself, so that he can experience solitude, so that he can have true quiet, so that he can pick off dryer lint that is distracting to him, and truly have an inner dialogue to learn about himself, to find out what is his personal truth, what is his deep personal truth. And if you see there, we have a page out of a book. It's that knowledge, that illumination of that lantern. And he's trying to bury it, it seems here, but he's got it there. And he's attempting in his covered state to take that truth and hide it. But in December, you cannot hide it. You're attempting to hide yourself. But there's a deep personal truth here that you're attempting to either bury or trying to uncover. And you're connecting with yourself during January. Sorry, I wanted to say January. I don't know why. During December, to find out what that is. Because November, you learn that you're deceiving yourself and that you know that you have a deep secret that needs to come to the surface. Why? Because of this. Because of your deep personal truth that you need to uncover. You either haven't uncovered it, or you need to connect with that. You need to have an inner dialogue with yourself. And December is the time for that. Let's see what that's about. Tell me more about the Hermit. We have one that's flipped already. Empress in the reverse. You're not connected with the earth. You're not grounding and centering. Your creativity is being stunted as a result. Taurus, Libra energy there. What else? Tell me more. Tell me more for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We have two. Okay, we got it. We got it. Okay. Sorry. I have two that are flipped, and I have one over here that's hit your center. What are these? I see. Okay. So we have the Empress in the reverse. Like playing poker. You got your cards. You're holding your cards tight to your chest. The Empress in the reverse, yeah. Your deep personal truth that you're trying to uncover. You're not connected with the earth. Your earth connectedness is not there. You need to ground and center, like I've been saying. Your creativity has been stunted. Empress energy is about the deep connectedness with the earth, fertility, the ability to create from that connectedness with the earth, to be Mother Nature, in order to be a life-giving force. And you don't feel creative right now because you're not connected with the earth and therefore not connected with the self. Taurus, Libra energy on this. Capricorn energy here with Queen of Pentacles in the upright. This has to do with feminine Capricorn energy, but it also is connectedness with the earth, determination, ambition, the passionate drive towards achievement of things that typical people will not have the ambition to attain. But also it's about comfort in the home space. Somebody who brings luxury and finery into the home space, because that is how they love, is through creating a home space that is welcoming and comforting, and is that's how they love, is through creating that space. And that is creativity in and of itself, to create a home that is welcoming and warm. Could be dealing, is that the Empress? Who knows? Then we have these two. Two eights. 8 is normally about the self. But here we see an 8 of Pentacles in the reverse and an 8 of Wands in the reverse. Somebody is not working on something, or is feeling that their work is not fulfilling them. But they're also not communicating something. Communication is not happening at this time either, because 8 of Wands is communication. They are the arrows of desire, but they are also, I just heard arrows by Foo Fighters. She had arrows in her eyes. Queen Gemini. Is somebody dealing with a Gemini, perhaps? What we have here, if we look at this in direct translation, because sometimes I like to do this, and some people like it and some people don't. And so we have a lack of creativity, a lack of connectedness with the earth, a lack of connectedness with an earth mother, somebody who might have Capricorn in their chart, somebody who creates, but somebody who also inspires creativity in others. There may not be communication happening in between you and this individual, but it could also be that you lack the inspiration to communicate effectively your feelings and your ambitions at this time. And also the lack of ambition is translating directly into your work environment. You're no longer honing your craft. You're no longer inspired by the work that you do. And you're not communicating with others about that, but you're also not communicating with this energy here and this energy here. And that is your personal truth. That is a part of your personal truth. That this is something that you need to embody. And this is something that you need to embody. And the communication and the work isn't happening. Therefore, these two connectedness pieces, these two pieces of the puzzle are not in place. the comfort in the home, the warmth, the luxury in the home, the determination and the ambition towards your goals, and the connectedness with the earth and the fertility of your ideas. They're not happening, and you're not communicating them, and your lack of inspiration is actually creating an inability to effectively communicate and an inability to effectively achieve your goals on the professional plane. That's December. It's a long December. Long December. Is that counting crows? Long December. Maybe this year will be better than the last. Somebody had a really tough December last year. Okay, January. We have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is treachery. It's also deceit or dishonesty that you're encountering, or you could be dishonest with somebody yourself during January. Let's see, what is that energy here? Normally we see it as somebody with swords on their back traveling away from a camp during the night so that they're not busted by the soldiers. Let's see. What is I almost wanted to say destruction. But what is the deceit and dishonesty here for January for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? That's card vomit. I can't take that many cards. Okay. We got two. Yeah. We have the Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands in the reverse. And we got one more. Okay. Ooh, we got two more, sorry. Okay, 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Wands. Okay, there you go. Alrighty. Long December. Do you believe maybe this year will be better than the last? Okay, so we have first the Four of Pentacles, the need to save. This dishonesty or deceit or treachery has to do with the need or the ability to save your funds, but also protectiveness over the heart space. The need to protect your funds. You see how he's got those four quarters, those four castles around him. I'm getting drawing the quarters. Somebody casts circles. Well, I mean, at least that's what drawing the quarters is. It's when you cast circles in pagan ritual, it's calling the quarters. It's when we call the watchtowers, or we call the guardians of the watchtowers to cast the circle. So we have protectedness during ritual. And it's been a super long time since I've done any of that. But typically when somebody's drawing the quarters, when they're bringing that in, is so they can protect themselves during their work, during their manifestation. If you see there, I hope it'll focus. During manifestation there, he's got all of that stuff that he's protecting within his heart space, but he also has the fortresses that are surrounding him to help protect him. There's the need to protect something within oneself. You're trying to protect yourself from deceit and destruction. There's a lack of, like I've been saying all this year thus far, November and December, you have this too. Here is the matchstick of the divine being doused out, Ace of Wands in the reverse. So this is normally inspiration, the spark of creative energy. You're not feeling inspired right now. You might actually be trepidatious about dishonesty. I keep hearing the word destruction. I don't know why. Somebody is afraid that there's dishonesty that's going to destroy them. So they're holding everything close to their chest. They're holding their cards close to their chest and their money close to their chest, protecting themselves. It's also creating an inability to be fertile in your inspiration. You're no longer inspired because of this. It's also stunting your growth in terms of your legacy. You have an inability to travel towards your legacy. Are you afraid? Did something happen where now you're looking at January and you're seeing something come in that you want to protect yourself from, stunting your growth and your inspiration and your ability to create, or your inability to be inspired towards new ideas? But here, it's also blocking you from your progress and your prosperity. Your ability to realize your material goals. Material goals are about more than money though. They're also about what you want to build upon the earth that's going to stand when you no longer can. And it is, I don't want you to pay attention to these words up top here, because these words up top are rather misleading in this deck. But if we look at this, it's a great burden to you. I feel like this is like paranoid energy rather than a harbinger of dishonesty. I'm also hearing disrespect. But there's a great burden. This is a burden on you. You have many responsibilities. And perhaps it's that because you have many responsibilities that you're consistently watching for this dishonesty, something that leads you to destruction of your Ten of Pentacles, your legacy. But it's actually stunting your creative growth. You have a lot of weight on you. And because you bear that weight and that responsibility, you're consistently looking for things that are out there to destroy you. And in January especially, it's weighing heavily upon you. That Ten of Wands. Okay, let's look at February. We have the Four of Pentacles. It's interesting because we did have the Four of Pentacles in January for you in the clarifiers, but we have the Four of Pentacles again in February. This is saving up. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather, guys. But this is, you know, the king is in the counting house, counting all his money. But he's not spending his money. He's saving his money. He's not, you know, like there has to be a free flowing of energy in order to attain more, in order to amass more wealth. You have to have a free flow of that. You ever hear that saying, you have to spend money to make money? And that's not something to say. It's not to say that you should go out there and spend every penny that you own in order to achieve wealth. But, you know, you have to invest in order to make gain, you know? And here we have miserly energy. I'm seeing miserly energy. Somebody, and again, it's not just about material success either. But you see this guy here, he's holding everything close to his chest. There isn't a free flow of energy within you. It's that connectedness with the earth that I am finding that is so important for you, Pisces. It's the free flow of energy in your heart space, I think, that is blocked. And you're keeping it blocked. You're standing in your own way, I feel, during February. Let's see more on this. The Four of Pentacles. Why? Why are you keeping your coin and your energy from flowing? We have one. Emperor in the reverse. Didn't we have this as your challenge for the whole year? Emperor in the reverse. Aries energy. Fear. Ruling with fear. Tyrannical energy. It's almost like you have a tyrannical, you have a tyrannical energy that's like sitting on your shoulder or behind you, always on your back, overseeing everything you do and creating fear within you. It's like a nagging feeling that you have, like a voice. It's almost like it's the voice of the Father. The voice of the Father always on your back, nagging you, creating doubt and fear within you. And because that doubt and fear within you is there, it creates a leader who rules by fear and rules by force. And it's actually out of desperation. Blocks his blessings. Doesn't want to share. Keeps everything to himself. And tells people, never mind, it's not your business. You go there, you do this, you leave me alone. I'm actually seeing it. And that's your challenge. That's your challenge here. It's a mental prison, remember I said. It's a mental prison for you during the whole year. That's card vomit. Tell us more about this. Four of Pentacles for February. The Emperor. You might be a February Pisces. You're a February Pisces who deals with this? Let's see more. The Father. Yeah. Endings. Endings and transformation. You fear the end of something. You fear the end of something. This is Scorpio energy. You know that you have to transform something that ended in the past into something greater. But you fear it. Or you fear the ending. You fear your end. You fear your end. Queen of Swords in the reverse. A lack of balance and equilibrium, but also a lack of fairness and justice in a situation. Libra energy. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, Libra cusp individual who is your employer or your father, or a paternal energy. There's something that is being put to an end here, or reaching a culmination of sorts with this Queen of Swords in the reverse energy. Oh, it just flipped. When I went to move it, it flipped, twisted. You're worried. You have fear. Initially, it was... Okay, so, sorry. Initially, it was like this. You have fear. You have the voice of the father, the tyrannical father figure, always on your back telling you, or a boss. You always have that energy telling you that things will not work out. Hold everything close to your chest. Tell people to mind their business. Rule with fear. Rule it by force. Do not be the steady hand. Be the warring hand. Don't be the steady hand when you rule. Be the hand with the axe. And you know, that's not the right way to lead. You're trying to put an end to this, or you're looking at something coming to an end that has to do with injustice, a lack of fairness and equilibrium, a lack of truth. Yet, this flipped when I started to talk about a court case, because I was actually thinking about the ending of a court case and a decision being reached in a court case. When I went to pick them up, this twisted on the table, and it went here like this. You might be fearing a court case may not go your way, and it's actually going to turn out better than you thought. But something is ending and transforming here for you, and it's up to you to transform this. It's up to you to take something and transmute it from fear energy into something that works to your advantage. And that's how you gain justice over this. If it's something that has power over you, that holds power over you, especially during February, it's the end of your personal year. So that's how you gain justice. And that's how you regain stability and balance for yourself, if not in the courts or at some other plane. I'm going to leave it like that, because that actually seems to be where you are, the phoenix rising from the ash. If we look here, being the phoenix rising from the ash, you can transform that for yourself. Now, for March, we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Again, that's like we were talking about in December for you, learning that personal truth. In March, during the end of your personal year, you're realizing where the disconnectedness with that Capricorn energy lies, because this is Capricorn feminine energy, and where your home space isn't as comforting as you would like it to be, but also where you're not connected with the earth, where you're not connected with your ambition. You could also be dealing with a Capricorn who is in need of a connectedness with those things themselves. The need to come home. The need to come home. How long must you wait for it? Please, please. Tell me about this for Pisces. March. I was lost, I was scared, I was tired and underprepared, yet I wait for it. Seven of Wands in the reverse. Dropping the defenses. Dropping the defenses, opening the fences. Or falling the fences. What else? How long must you wait for it? Well, I got a bunch of card vomit, but that's interesting. You're definitely dealing with Capricorn during March. Tell me more. Tell me more. Pisces. Sun, rising, and Venus. You need to connect with the earth in March. I don't care if that means gardening. Get out there and rake the leaves. I don't care. Do something. Mow the lawn if you can. And if there's no snow on the ground by then, who knows? Snowdrops. Snowdrops. That's one of Capricorn's flowers. Snowdrops. Is that what they're called? Snowdrops? Or something about touch. The fingertips. And snowdrops. I was lost. I was scared. I was tired and underprepared. You might be an Aquarius, Pisces, Casper. You're dropping your defenses and talking about your healing. Or they are. I'm talking about something that is your far off goal. Something that you always wanted, yet you haven't yet achieved. Anything else? Anything else? We need to move. This is not happening. 40 minutes, guys. I'm trying not to make these long reads, but I'm also trying to give you something comprehensive here, yeah? Okay, it came out. It came out. Knight of Wands, sorry, Knight of Wands in the reverse, I wanted to say, but it's the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, dropping your defenses, talking about your healing, talking about the need to heal, talking about the goals that you wish to achieve that you haven't yet achieved, because you're hanging back and trying not to be impulsive. You didn't show the Capricorn? Or Capricorn's doing this. It's because of your ambition. During April, we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Lack of stability in the home space. Lack of being able to provide the hearth and home. That warm, stable feeling, the security in the home space. Taurus energy on that. Tell me why. Tell me why. It's a Backstreet Boys song. I want it that way. I'm getting somebody who does a lot of the top 40-ish stuff with their life. Listens to a lot of the radio. Listens to the radio a lot while they work. Didn't I say Knight of Wands? Hangman in the reverse. Strength card. Leo energy. Pisces energy. Holding back and not taking passionate action towards something. Because you gain perspective on it. After a period of waiting. You understand that it'll take courage, but you've also lost your temper in the past. So you're trying to maintain control over the inner beast. See, with the Strength card. Gain perspective. Do you see? I'm just going to try and hurry up here, guys, because I don't want this. We're already at 42 minutes. May, we have the Ten of Swords. This is an ending of sorts. There is grief, loss, abandonment, disappointment happening during May. Could also be illness of some sort. Let's see. What is this about for May? It's the inverse of November. I was already looking up there when I saw this. Because up in November, you have the Ten of Swords in the reverse with your Five of Swords upright. In May, you have the Ten of Swords in the upright and the Five of Swords in the reverse. You're no longer deceiving yourself about this grief, abandonment, loss, disappointment. Rather, sorry, scratch that. You're no longer deceiving yourself about how to navigate grief, abandonment, loss, and disappointment, illness, sickness, endings, painful endings. You know how to handle it now, whereas you didn't in the past. You know how to handle it. You're not lying to yourself about how to handle it. What is it? Tell me. What is it? Dishonesty. Dishonesty. No longer dishonest with yourself about where people have been dishonest with you about endings. You don't lie to yourself when other people are dishonest with you. When it comes to endings. You no longer lie to yourself when people are dishonest with you when it comes to endings. Anything else? No, they don't want me to say anything else. They don't want me to say anything else. It's the cutting truth. It's the cutting truth. 16 swords. I waited 16 days. I'm a Ruth Rundle protection. I waited 16 days. It's my connection to you. That's my protection. They don't want me to move it forward on that. June, Empress energy. So in June, you finally reach that point where you're connecting with the earth. You've got some inspiration and creativity as a result. Taurus, Libra energy. There is fertility here. There is the feeling that you can create. You can move forward. You've been empowered by the situation in May. You've been empowered by your ability to act swiftly and with the intellect. And therefore, it's put you in a space where you can create, where you can now recognize your creative power. Let's see more about this. June for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus with the Empress. What is that? We have 1. What is it? 4 of Wands. Stability. 4 walls of home. 4 posts of a marriage bed. What else? Tell me more. I had a dream. I had a dream. Somebody had a dream. Somebody had a dream about it traveling towards the 4 posts of a marriage bed. Something shocking, a revelation. Are you revealing something about a dream you had about this that's inspiring to you? It sparked it. It sparked it. And it's shocking. It's shocking to others. You coming out with the secrets? You're coming out with the secrets, Scorpio energy? What are they? You don't want people to know. Pisces swims down when they get touched. You don't want... I tried not to drop it. What is it? It's a decision. It's a decision that you're making. The trumpeter's call. It's like I said. It's like I said. It's something that is surprising. Tower in reverse is not something destructive. It's surprising. It's something that does blow people's minds, but it's not necessarily. It's funny. It blows people's minds, right? But it's not necessarily something destructive. It's a decision that you made after careful deliberation. Sagittarius energy, you're dealing with Scorpio, Sagittarius, cusp individual, or it's a decision that you are revealing to somebody that you are going to move forward with something during Scorpio, Sag, cusp season next year, which will be mid-November. How long must you wait for it? You're going to move on something. Ace of Swords in the reverse is energy coming in for you during July. Dishonesty, deception, lack of truth and fairness in a situation. This is Aquarius energy, but let's see for July. What is this lack of truth and fairness? We had 2 right away. The Page of Wands and the 5 of Cups. Don't look at the meanings on the top of the cards. They are often very misleading. 5 of Cups is, looking at the 3 cups that have spilled over and disregarding the 2 cups that are still intact in a situation. It's a lack of gratitude for what one still has because one is dwelling on the past, disappointments, and heartache. Then we have the Page of Wands, passionate communication. Somebody is passionately communicating to you, but it's dishonest. There's dishonesty afoot with it. It's a lie. It's a flat-out lie. The passionate communication during July is a flat-out lie. I'm hearing it. The passionate communication during July is a flat-out lie. And you're willing to buy into it because you're not paying attention to the 2 cups that are intact. You're looking at the 3 cups that are spilled. Is this one the person who's lying to you? Are they one of the 3 cups that have spilled, and that's why you're trying to scoop up the contents of the cups that have spilled on the ground, trying to replenish one of those 3 cups, as opposed to nurturing that of the 2? Anything else? How will you know who this person is? How will you know who this person is during July? I have 1. Just wanted to flip back over. Yeah, it's somebody who owed you an apology. They owed you an apology and they never came back around to offer that apology to you. They never apologized for something. And that's a funny thing. I think that's the thing that gets you. That hooks you in, is that, but it should be the indicator for you, is they owed you an apology, and instead of coming in with an apology, they come back at you with a huge passionate communication, almost like love bombing you. It's like they avoid saying sorry for something that deeply cut you and hurt you and rocked you to your core. They avoid doing that, but instead what they do is they come in, oh, you're so beautiful, oh, you're this, that, and the other, but they gloss over the fact that they did something wrong that hurt you, that caused a personal affront. But because you're so disappointed about losing this individual, you're willing to take whatever you can, whatever drop of wine that is still on the floor from their cup. Don't do that. You do make progress, though. Looking at August, we have the Chariot in the upright. That's movement forward. This is also change of address. I always see the Chariot as change of address card. We have change of address, movement forward, travel. This can be a trip in a vehicle of some sort, road trips also. But this is ultimately movement forward. Somebody who ambitiously moves forward. Cancerian energy on this one during August. Tell me, what is the movement forward that we're seeing? With the Devil and the Chariot in the reverse. Okay. There is temptation here. Temptation to stay stuck. See, these two are bound. They're chained. The song Hey by the Pixies. Been trying to meet you. Must be a devil between us. Or whores in my head. Whores at the door and whores in my bed. She's got the eye of... Do you see that there on her dress? But you're chained. You're chained to somebody, but you cannot move forward because you're chained to other things. Must be a devil between us. A devil between us. You have progress and movement forward during July. You have something else that is stunting your progress moving forward. And there's something between two people that keeps them blocked from each other, even though they're chained to each other. There are temptations that keep you from moving forward in progress with somebody. We have Capricorn and Cancer energy here. These are divine counterparts. Your divine counterpart is always somebody who is across the zodiac wheel from you. That's your divine counterpart. Doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be a sun sign, but it's usually somebody who has the opposite element of you. Usually somebody that, so for you, it will be Virgo. For a Cancer individual, that would be Capricorn. For a Scorpio individual, that would be Taurus. But what we have here, it really doesn't matter. I mean, that's neither here nor there. You know, the sun signs are just one of the signs. But if we look here, there is temptation that is a warning for you that you could have your progress blocked if you're not careful. You need to have a deep, profound respect for all things that are built upon the earth. Good sex, good food, good wine. That you have things that you're building upon the earth. Everything on the tangible side of things. Everything that you touch, taste, see, feel that adds pleasure to your life. Watch that it is not in excess, because what's going to end up happening in excess. Mystify. Mystify. The song Mystify by In Excess. There's something about that song. But there's also something here about watching things that could that you could imbibe into excess, that could block that movement forward and that progress for you. So, you know, and I don't normally read the Devil card as a tempestuous thing. I normally read it differently because I am a Capricorn, but that's what I'm seeing there. Let's see here for the Hangman, though. Oh, well, no, let's see what we can see about anything else on that. For August, what do we have? Remember, Mystify by NXS. Yeah. Because a lack of balance will bring an end to the progress. See? Justice in the reverse with the World. That's just a direct translation, isn't it? A lack of balance, a lack of, you know, moderation will bring an end to the progress. During September, we have the Hanged Man here. A need to gain perspective, a need to put yourself back up on that, into that stance in order to look at things from a different angle, to examine things from a different state. That is your energy, the ability to look at things to gain perspective from a different angle, voluntarily, of course. Why? Why are you doing that? To attempt to avoid heartbreak. You're trying to avoid heartbreak or heal heartbreak. So you're trying to look at things from a different lens, through a different lens. You are examining something, absolutely examining something so that you can heal. Yeah. There we go. You want to return to something that you walked away from it in search of greater emotional fulfillment. You're also trying to examine why there's a lack of independence. It would be codependency there. But also trying to examine how you can embody self-love, because you don't feel that you love yourself right now. There's a lack of self-love. There's a lack of independence. but you keep returning to the scene of the crime. You're trying to heal that in yourself, trying to see why, trying to look at it through a different lens, trying to heal it. And that's good. You want to do that. You should do that. That is forward movement, right? So it seems to be that you avoid this calamity that could be happening in August because you're doing some introspection. Seven of Wands you have for October. Seven of Wands is somebody who's putting up a fence or defenses, you know. They're trying to be protective of their energy and the energy of those around them that they love. Why? Why Seven of Wands? What are you doing that for in October, Pisces? Sorry, guys, I'm trying to talk faster. I don't know if it's going to help. Three of Cups in the reverse. You're trying to block yourself off from gossip. Normally, you see Three of Cups is also celebration, but it can also be a hen party gossip. Three individuals, three sisters getting together and doing this. Three women. That's why you're being protective of your energy. You're trying not to allow people to talk about the goings on behind the scenes that you're doing. What else? What else? Saw the moon there. You like to keep people confused about your what you're doing, because then they can't talk about stuff. October 2024 for Pisces. Okay. This is an offer that didn't go through. You're protecting yourself from an offer that didn't go through. You're also looking at options of an emotional nature. And you don't want people to know that you're evaluating your options of personal fulfillment. You've taken some time. You're taking time. But you're coming out of a place where you've been exercising mindfulness and potentially meditation on the options that are ahead of you. You're no longer ambivalent about things because you've been healing. Sagittarian energy. You're very precise and deliberate in your energy. Gaining speed and momentum. Okay, that's what we have. Let's take a look at numbers for you, Pisces, and then we'll be finished here. Numbers of significance for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We'll also get you some magnetic poetry. 4, so stability. 2, balance and equilibrium. 3, creativity, the path of the artist, communication and self-expression. And 5, change. Change and conflict. Okay. Magnetic poetry for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Again, do check out your other placements. It'll help kind of bring things into perspective for you a little bit more. And this is really about getting perspective. This whole reading is. We'll get you a bunch. That didn't seem like a bunch. Let's get more. There we go. Okay. Nice. Okay. All right, that's what I've got for you, Pisces. Thanks again for watching. If this resonated, or if you like what I do here, as well as when I do other things, share the love, show the love, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you either for 2-Minute Tuesdays if I have time this week, or also for your regular monthlies. Always, you know, look at other things that I do, because I do kind of tend to do what I feel like and go with the flow. All right, you be well. We'll see you next time. Bye. And there you have it. This is why I don't show people the board, because you're not going to know what any of this means. It's going to make no sense to you. It is such a mess. But anyway, be well, Pisces. We'll see you when we see you next. Bye.